Hello folks, this is Sullla again, and you're listening to another video for League of Legends. This is one that was sent to me by Plasma Puffball, who's one of the people who's following this channel on YouTube. He sent me this video, and as it turns out, he and his friends were playing against some of the people that I often play with in League of Legends, so you might see some familiar names on the top side of the screen if you're watching this channel. So this video is going to be from Plasma Puffball's point of view. You can see he's playing as Sona, and he's playing along with Mayo Akin Your Face, playing as Vladimir, with Ensib Wolf playing as Caitlyn, with Dag Timley playing as Jarvan, and Leov playing as Shinzao. And then they are playing against, as I said, some of the people that I'm more familiar with, some of the people that are some of my friends for League of Legends. So you see Developed X playing as Aurelia, Seirun playing as Alistar, Sunrise playing as Anivia, Terra Incognita playing as Ashe, and then Sire Bruce playing as Nocturne. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting match. I'm going to be watching this team of Plasma Puffball's friends playing against some of the people that I know, and it'll be interesting to see sort of how they play some of these characters. So as for those of you who are curious, I do cast games that people send to me. I don't have a chance to cast all of them, unfortunately, because there are I actually get quite a few videos. I actually get a video almost every day that people are sending me, sometimes more than one per day, so can't use all of them, but I will try to do the ones that are interesting. This seemed like a bit of an interesting game, so I'm going to take a look at this one and we'll see how it goes. One thing that does recommend this one is the fact that both teams have pretty decent looking lineups. They have good looking summoners, both teams have junglers. There's not a lot of crazy stuff. I've seen some really insane things that people have sent to me, but I'd prefer to try to cast games that are more competitive, where people are doing the right sort of things instead of the wrong sort of stuff. So anyway, right now you can see people are just setting it up. Looks like they're trying to protect their jungler. Dag Timley's Jarvan is up here at the top of the screen. So he is not going to be over here in the event of a fight. I heard a clairvoyance coming in. Yeah, the CV right there that probably will see the Vladimir and Shinzao players there. Anyway, Sunrise is poking around by their blow. So in any case, we're probably not going to see a level 1 fight here. I would expect that they'll just defend the blue for Nocturne, but I guess we'll see. Both sides do have a CV. The other team does have an Alistar. Alistar is very good at level 1 fights, so I guess we'll see. In the meantime, we're just going to watch and wait to see what gets started. Plasma Puffball has started with Meki Pendant and 2 health pots, which is what I usually start with on Sona, so he may be doing a build similar to what I use. I guess we'll wait and see. But it doesn't look like anything's going to happen. Oh, no, never mind. It does look like something's going to happen, and Vladimir is just going to get absolutely blown up. And Sire Bruce is going to take first blood. So, uh-oh, that was trouble. They got the initiation on an Anivia Flash Frost, got the stun, and then the whole team just piled on there, and there was absolutely nothing he could do. So it looks like the other team is going to try to steal this blue. There's the CV. I was expecting it. So, yeah, going to come in here and take that blue. So Sire Bruce is going to steal the blue and set back their own jungler, Shinzao. Shin doesn't need blue to jungle, but it will slow him down significantly not having that. So that first blood is going to help out the other team quite a bit. Alright, anyway, down here, Seirun's Alistar coming in. Looks like he's going to go after Plasma Puffball. Going to get into Pulverize, but I don't think that really worked out. I think he took more damage in that particular exchange because Wolf's Caitlyn was shooting away at him the whole time. So, anyway, don't know if that came out ahead or not. But in any case, let's try to look at the laning matchups. In top lane, you're going to have Dag Timley's Jarvan playing against Sunrise's Anivia. And Sunrise does not play Anivia very often, so it'll be kind of an interesting matchup there. In middle, we have Developed X's Aurelia, who you can see has started with double fairy charms, looks like going for the Philosopher's Stone build, against Mayo Akin Your Face is Vladimir. Interesting. Vlad starting with the Boots of Speed. A little unusual for Vlad, but can be done. Then meanwhile down here, we're going to have Ashe and Alistar, Terra Incognita playing Ashe, Seirun playing Alistar, against Wolf's Caitlyn and Plasma Puffball Sona. And Plasma Puffball is the one playing as Sona. He's the one who sent me this replay. Leov is jungling as Shinzao. And then the other jungler is Sir Bruce's Nocturne. Oh, and look at this. Plasma Puffball going off to type and apparently recognize some of these names. So that's kind of interesting. Nice to get a little recognition from people who are watching the YouTube channel. So anyway, going back there, in that particular round of harass, took a little bit of extra damage. Just recognized Ashe and Alistar's names, so it looks like some of these people are famous. Oh, anyway, Seirun coming in here, getting it a Pulverize, and then the headbutt into the wall, but for some reason, Terror not there to follow that up. Where were you, Terror? Seirun went in and had a perfect engage, and all it needed was 1 or 2 shots. One volley would have finished off Caitlyn, would have gotten the kill on Wolf, and just not there. So that was an example of not having communication between the teammates, because Sirun got a perfect engage there and wasn't followed up on. So that's a bit of a shame. Oh well. I'm famous, I guess. Oh well. Maybe just a little bit. I have had people recognize me in some strange places sometimes online. Anyway, in terms of this laning matchup, let's see. In terms of Alistar Ashe against Sona Caitlyn. In terms of the matchup between the two AD carries, Caitlyn really beats Ashe in lane. Caitlyn is much stronger than Ashe. So far, though, Terror has been winning against Wolf. In large part, that's due to the harass that Sirun has put out with Alistar. So they should be able to dominate this bottom lane right now, just because Caitlyn is much stronger in lane than is Ashe. I mean, if you think about Ashe, remember, Ashe doesn't really have skills that increase damage. The only, I mean, Ashe's Q is a slow. Oh, but anyway, we'll get back to that in a minute. Anyway, Sirun coming over here, trying to gank middle lane. You can see, looks like Sirun's going to start roaming. Went in after Mayo Kinyer Face is Vlad. It's a weird name. Went in after Vlad, but Vlad was able to pull underneath it. So in any case, looks like Sirun is off roaming. And one thing I would suggest, because this is currently a 2v1 lane, is they should play really aggressive on Terra Incognita. That is, they should just be trying to harass, they should be trying to attack. Remember, any damage that Wolf takes, Plasma can just heal up using Sona heals. So there's no reason not to play super aggressive on Terra. Remember, Sirun's not here. Sirun's up here in top lane. Sirun's trying to roam around the map. So while they have this 2v1, they really should be dominating this lane. They also shouldn't be auto-attacking. What they can do is just go into a complete zone. That is, have Sona start zoning the Terra Incognita's Ashe, and then Caitlyn just farm everything. So just last hit, don't be auto-attacking the minion waves. So that's what they really should be doing. As I said, Caitlyn has more range than Ashe, deals more damage than Ashe, so really should be able to just crush this matchup in lane. But instead, they're not really doing what they should be doing. Instead, they're going to push the tower, and then that's going to allow Terra to farm. So not what they should be doing in this lane, although are getting in some nice harass down here. So yeah, you can see Terra taking a lot of damage there. And they really should be able to dominate this, but it doesn't look like that's happening. Terror is still ahead of Wolf here in this bottom lane. Anyway, it looks like Sirun is coming back from his roam. Nice clairvoyance there, catching him out. Nicely done. So giving the warning that Sirun's Alistar is on his way back. Let's see, in terms of the other lanes, not seeing all that much of a difference so far in the other lane. We'll just try to take a quick check at what people are doing. Getting in some nice harass there from Wolf. Let's see, Vlad 21 minion kills. Let's see, who else is in mid? Developed 25. Pretty even there for the most part. Vlad did die, but that was in the level 1 fight where he just got jumped on by everybody. In top lane, let's see, Dag Timley is at 24, Sunrise 29, so no real difference there yet either. Anyway, Terra going back to base, so again, should be able to get in some harass on Sirun here, poke a little bit at the tower. Let's see what they decide to do down here in bottom lane. Plasma Puffball not doing all that much here at the moment. Nice clairvoyance though to catch out Sir Bruce in the jungle, so see that you're able to catch sight of him. Always a nice thing when you can catch sight of that jungler with your clairvoyance. Anyway, let's see. In terms of itemizing, right now, Wolf apparently did get boots of speed when he went back to base, so that's a nice buy. Plasma Sona still does not have boots, so probably needs to get them soon, especially against an Ashe who can slow you. So something to keep in mind there as well. In mid here, not too much going on. Both of these characters very tanky. Both of these characters pretty tanky in top lane as well. Looks like Dag Timley's also building a Philosopher's Stone. So everybody's just going to stack those Philosopher's Stones, which are very, very popular items right now, and with good reason. Just so good when you're in the laning phase. Gives you mana regen, gives you gold per 5, gives you health regen, and also can be built into one of the tenacity items later on. So just a really good item right now. Probably going to get nerfed soon. There's a rumor that the Philosopher's Stones are going to be nerfed, and the gold per 5 items are going to be made into a unique passive in upcoming patches. Do think that that's a good idea. The gold per 5 item's a little too strong right now. Anyway, Sirun going in, headbutt, pulverize, getting in some nice damage, but once again, I think Sirun actually took more damage in that exchange than Wolf did, especially with the Sona heals to help out, so not sure how effective that will be. This is one reason why the European servers really like the support plus attack damage carry in bottom lane. And it's something that they've been doing for a long time, and the US servers have started to go towards that as well. Just really strong, makes it very easy for the carry to farm. You can't really kill the carry easily with the support just there healing them or shielding them or doing whatever. So very strong style of play, and something that you're seeing increasingly on the US servers right now, just because it's proven to work so well in tournament games. So that's one area where the European servers were a little bit ahead of America and it's something that's being copied more and more often. Anyway, so far it's just kind of been a farm fest. Not too much going on here in the game right now. Seirun is roaming around the map, and also we're just junglers should be hitting 6 right around now, so I'd expect a there's a Nocturne ult right now, and looks like they're going to get a kill in middle lane. Can't see it because of the Nocturne denying visibility, but yep, looks like they were just waiting for Nocturne to hit 6, and then they combine the roamer plus jungler gank, which is something I talked about in the last video of mine. So jungler comes in, uses the Nocturne ult, roamer comes in as well, and then it's a 3-on-1 lane, and that allows them to get the kill. So it looks like they're going to poke at this tower a little bit, and now Plasma has to come up here to support in order to prevent this tower from getting knocked over. So not quite what they wanted, but nice play coming in from the other team. Anyway, Sir Bruce coming in here chasing after Plasma Puffball. A little bit dangerous here to chase this far. Plasma is 6. He does have his ult if he cares to use it. So not sure if he's going to use that. Oh, there it is. Going to hit Seirun with it. But Seirun is Alistar. He can always pop his ult. Break that crowd control. Anyway, Plasma, you should use your CV here. Use your CV for vision. That was an obvious time to use CV. Would have been really nice to have vision there. But anyway, they are going to get a lot of damage here, and Sir Bruce is going to go down. Now are they going to manage to finish off Seirun? Seirun's going to flash. You should use CV again to give vision here. Don't know why they're not doing that. Anyway, now Terra coming up from bottom lane. Can't really get into that fight. Has to blow his flash. Developed is now back into the fight, but this is a 4v1, and I'm sure he's just going to back out of this. So yeah, it looks like he's just going to walk away. Still a pretty good job to get that kill. The fact that Leov's Shinta was able to take double buff off of Sir Bruce is going to help him out quite a bit. And Plasma's going to go back to the base right now. Let's see. He's going to purchase Philosopher's Stone and wards. You know, as much as I like Philosopher's Stone, I'm not a huge fan of this particular buy. For one thing, you really need to get boots on that first trip back. No boots is not a good sign. The other thing is, if you're going to start with a Meki Pendant, you really want to turn it into a Tear of the Goddess as soon as possible. If you want to go for a Philosopher's Stone first, you probably should buy a Fairy Charm, 1 or 2 at the start, or even a Regrowth Pendant if you want that health regen. Might be more useful. See if I can get that for you. Defense. Health regen. Yeah, you might just want to get a Regrowth Pendant instead. For instance, if he had opened with Regrowth Pendant, could have just bought Philosopher's Stone and boots. So, again, nothing wrong with getting the Philosopher's Stone. I just think that if you're going to start with a Meki Pendant, you probably should have gone tier first, because you really want to start stacking up the passive gold benefit. Anyway, there's a fight over here. Looks like Sir Bruce and Seirun are going after Leov in the jungle here. He's very low. Are they going to be able to? Is he going to be able to get back to this tower? No, not going to make it back to his tower. So gonna take that double buff back. And Sir Bruce gonna take that back. And Seirun was up there as well. And now Wolf, I don't know what Wolf is doing up here in the jungle. Looks like he was trying to come up here to help out, but just no way he's gonna be able to make it up here in time. Oh, and now Seirun coming in behind the towers, gonna use his ult so he doesn't take damage from the tower. Nocturne ult coming in there, and they're gonna do the exact same thing. So poor Mayo, Kinner, whatever, Vladimir, gonna do the exact same thing again, and three-man gank him in middle lane. Try hard more, please. Well, yeah, okay, I guess so. So, yeah, another 3-man gank gonna come and get this tower. Really nice job by Seirun using the Alistair ultimate perfectly. He walked between the 2 towers, then ulted, so he didn't really take any damage. Then was able to gank that Vladimir from behind and do a lot of damage. Anyway, here, Exhaust coming in on Developed. I don't know how much damage he's actually taken here, but looks like he has taken quite a bit. Leov doing a lot of damage here. There's the headbutt to knock him back. And okay, there we are. Gonna get the health bar update. Is someone gonna go down here? And oh, Leov is actually gonna get killed. So I guess he had taken more damage than it looked like. And then Wolf gonna flash out of this. So anyway, not working out too well for Plasma's team here in mid. Again, it's unfortunate you can't see the health bars, but again, I can only work with the replay system we have, guys. Nothing I can do about that. Anyway, Wolf is still up here mid. Oh, Mayo in your face going after Seirun. Seirun should be able to make it away with no problems, though. I think that he has nope, just still has level 1 boots and a Philosopher's Stone. I thought he might have mobility boots there, but has not picked them up yet. Anyway, so aside from the kills, one thing that's not going too well for Plasma's team is the fact that Wolf has not really been farming too much. He's kind of been running around the map to try to help out lanes, which is okay in a sense, but when you're playing an AD carry like Caitlyn, you really want to spend the first 20 minutes of the game just farming. Anytime that you're not farming is detrimental to your team. You want to just stay in lane and farm. I know it might sound a little bit boring, but that's really the best thing you can do for your team in the first 15 to 20 minutes of the game. Just stay in your lane and do nothing but farm. If you watch the high-level streams, if you watch the tournament games, that's all they do. So Terror has been doing that. Look at Terror. He has the highest minion kills in the game, 89. Wolf is only at 49. So Terror is way, way, way ahead in this lane right now just by staying in lane and farming. Anyway, Nocturne ult somewhere else. Here it is coming in bottom lane, and they're going after Wolf, but a very, very nice ult coming in from Plasma Sona to try to save that, and they're actually going to counter gank this really effectively. Wolf is going to blow up Cyberbruce's Nocturne. Now they're chasing. Can they finish off Seirun? Don't know if they're going to be able to. Nope. Going to make it back to the safety of the tower, but a very nice counter gank coming in from Plasma Puffball's team. They were able to pull people down from middle lane into bottom. Plasma got off a great Sona ult that interrupted that Nocturne ult and was able to save the rest of the team. Then Plasma actually tanked an Ash Arrow. I don't think he did that deliberately, but he did tank an Ash Arrow, and so that meant that he was stunned instead of somebody else on the team. So really did a nice job of preventing that and frustrating that kill. So nicely done. Anyway, oh, excuse me, scrolled the mouse the wrong direction. Might want to use a CV coming in here to see where everybody is. One thing I would say is I don't think Plasma has used his CV all that much. I feel like in a lot of these fights he could have CV'd and given extra vision and helped out. So anyway, something to consider if you're watching this, Plasma. So yeah, in any case, that did go well. We're able to score a kill. Also got double buff again. So that double buff has just been going back and forth constantly because the kill was on Cyberbruce, who took the double buff before. So anyway, looks like they're going to get blue on Shinzao. Okay, that's pretty fair. Maybe, I don't know if he's the best one to get it on, but it will help him jungle a little bit faster. Anyway, Seirun sticking around down here, is hanging out here. Leov is right here as well, so if Terror and Seirun try to dive this tower, it's not going to go too well on him. And it looks like Plasma's going to go back and try to buy right now. So anyway, there's Caitlyn trap right there to give them a little extra protection. But in any case, let's see. Picking up another Philosopher's... Yeah, double Philosopher's Stone is great on Sona, but if you're going to go double Philosopher's Stone, you shouldn't build Neki Pendant. I mean, that's just something that I would recommend. You don't need any more mana regen. I usually build... Oh, okay, I guess I missed that flash. Most unnecessary flash ever. Okay, I guess I missed that. I guess Terry did something. But I saw Cyberbruce up in top lane. Looks like he's wasn't able to gank Dag Timley. He's got a Philosopher's Stone, and looks like he's building towards another one. Anyway, the logic for that is why would you not get the... If you're going to get double Philosopher's Stones, you don't want a tier. If you're going to go for tier, you need to start building it early to start stacking up that mana benefit. Anyway, fight going on here. You can see Develop taking a lot of damage. Develop is going to ghost out of here, but again, with those double Philosopher's Stones, so much health and mana regen, he's probably going to be fine. Anyway, another fight going on down here. You can see Leov is running away, and I don't know how much health he actually has. Looks like he's must be pretty low. There it is. Seirun's going to headbutt, get the kill there. He's going to use his ult to reduce damage from the tower, but Seirun is now in a lot of trouble. Oh, there it is. Health bar is going to update. You can see Wolf is engaging on Seirun, but in comes Plasma Puffball, and there's the ultimate going to freeze Seirun and going to clean up that kill. So they're going to turn it into a 1-for-1 exchange. Pretty even for the most part. And once again, that blue buff is going to get traded. It was on Leov Shinzao, then it went to Seirun, and now it's on Wolf. So these buffs just getting exchanged back and forth. But one good thing about that buy was Plasma Puffball did pick up Boots of Speed, which was needed. But like I said before, just to wrap up that point, if you're going to build double Philo Stone, then don't build Tear the Goddess. The reason why I go for Tear on Sona is because I usually try to turn that into an Archangel Staff later. I do like to build ability power on Sona, so that is, I don't play her pure support, like I would with Soraka, where it's just gold per 5 items. I tend to build some ability power in her as well, just because her Q actually scales pretty well off of ability power. Hymn of Valor has a pretty decent AP ratio. I think it's 0.7, not 100% sure, but I think it's 0.7. And her heal has a terrible AP ratio, but it does increase as you get extra ability power. So anyway, just sort of a matter of preference, but if you're going to build tier, if you're going to start Meki Pendant, you should have a tier by like the 10-minute mark, and you shouldn't still not have a tier at the 18-minute mark. So anyway, right now, the last play was Developed pushed over that tower in mid, and right now Vladimir is pretty far away from that tower, so he might be in trouble. Again, I wish I could see how much health he has. This is supposedly supposed to update in real time, but I believe that it actually doesn't. Somebody told me that the health bars on the left side of the screen update in real time, but it looks like they don't. Anyway, gank coming in bottom lane. Sorry I missed that. I was looking at the wrong part of the map, but 3-man gank in bottom lane, and they were able to score a kill on Terra Incognita's Ashe. Plasma Puffball does have assists on all 4 of the kills that they've taken so far. So nice job there. That's what you want as Sullla. Now they have a chance to push over this tower. They probably should just ignore Seirun here and poke down the tower. And then if he sticks around once the tower's down, then they can kill him. But looks like they're just going to take down the tower here. And I think that that's the stronger play. If they engage on Seirun, the tower will start firing at them. And as Alistar, he can just ult and he'll be pretty much safe. He's not too likely to get killed as long as the tower's there to protect him. So just going to take down that tower. So we're going to trade 1 tower in mid for a tower in bottom. It is better to have the tower in mid, is a stronger play. But overall, nice to get that tower down for Plasma's team. And I guess they're going to go for Dragon here. It looks like it. A little bit risky here. If the enemy team has any vision of this, they can counter gank this. So we'll see. Plasma is not here. He went back to base, did get his tier. And yep, here it is. Looks like they're going to counter gank this. I see Alistar coming in. A Nocturne ult. And well, nobody dying quite yet, but the team has been split up pretty effectively. Let's see. Looks like they're going after Vladimir, but I think he might actually get away from this. Let's see. Looks like he is trying to escape. And oh, nice Sona ult. Going to freeze Seirun right when he was about to pulverize, I think. And again, it looks like Plasma's team is actually going to get away. Nope, maybe not. Now Develop going in, using his Ignite on Vlad. But it looks like Vlad is going to survive this, which is kind of amazing considering that he was a bit out of position. I don't know why there's a Clairvoyance here when the entire enemy team is right here. So I'm not sure I understand that. You may need a little bit more practice with using Clairvoyance, Plasma. When one of the enemy champs is in top and the other 4 are in mid, there's not all that much point in CVing another part of the map. But, oh well, I guess maybe he was checking to see if red buff was up or not on the enemy side of the map. Anyway, in top lane, I guess Stag, Timley, and Sunrise are in this game, despite what you might think. They've just sat in top lane the entire game and never moved, which is all the more surprising because they both have a teleport. I really would think that they would teleport into one of these team fights. Like, let's say there's a big team fight at Dragon. You know, if you're in top lane and you have teleport, you teleport to the ward, and then all of a sudden you're in the middle of the team fight. But neither one of them has done that so far, and they're just farming in top lane, 136 to 128, pretty much even. Anyway, I don't know if anyone actually took Dragon there. I kind of missed whether somebody actually got Dragon. There is a Clairvoyance here, so that's not really a safe place for Plasma to be. Yeah, gonna back off away from that Clairvoyance. Good idea there. Anyway, nope. Okay, so no one actually took Dragon in that fight, and nobody actually died in that fight either. But it looks like the other team is going for this bottom lane tower. Gonna get in some poke to it, and then back off when Wolf and Leov come in. So nicely done there, just getting a little bit of damage on the tower, what you'd expect. Anyway, Vlad is running around over by Dragon. Looks like they threw down some words. One nice sign is a nice word coverage in here from Plasma's team. You can see 2 words here. They have visibility on almost the entire river, and then more words over here. So very nice job. They have great vision. They can see really any jungle invasion at all, except maybe right here. So their jungle should be pretty safe right now. Anyway, Vlad getting caught in a bad situation here again, going to try to pull out of here. There's the Ghost to try to escape. So he is going to get away with Pool plus Ghost, but did have to burn one of his summoners there. So his Ghost is going to be down for the next 2 to 3 minutes. Meanwhile, everybody is hanging out around Dragon. Looks like there might be a Dragon fight sometime in the near future. Would expect so anyway. I guess we'll find out. Wolf running around here right now. Seirun's team has pushed to the tower here, so this might be a time when they want to go Dragon, and yep, looks like that's what they're going to do, so looks like they're going to start this. Terror does have red buff, so nice sign to have in a fight here. You can see Wolf and Plasma Puffball over here need to get the rest of the team down to try to fight this. Looks like it would be a straight 4-on-4. 4-on-4 at Dragon. Anyway, it looks like that Dragon is going to go down. Yep, okay, so Seirun's team is going to take the Dragon. Now here comes the counter gank. Ashe Arrow coming in, stunning Xinjiao. There's the Nocturne ult, but we can still see most of this. Good Sona ult right there, but they are taking a lot of damage. Vlad got off a nice ult in the middle of the team. Oh, Cyberus is going to go down there. Develop very low. Seirun very low. Are they going to be able to finish off these kills? There's the Caitlyn ult going to finish off Developed, and now Terror is taking a lot of damage. Does he have flash up to get out of this? And yep, there it is. Could use Clairvoyance again to spot him over the wall, but I don't know if they'd be able to get that kill. So it was 3 for 1 in Plasma Puffball's side, but the other team did get Dragon, so Dragon usually considered to be worth about 2 kills, so a pretty even exchange there overall. You can see Plasma Puffball does have an Oracle now and can start clearing wards off the enemy team, so if he can stay alive, then that's a good build. or excuse me, a good buy there. Does have all 7 assists on the team, has assisted on all 7 kills, so that's kind of nice. Overall, though, probably a little bit ahead in favor of the other team for 2 reasons. One, because they've done a little bit more damage in terms of global gold. They have the same number of towers down, but this tower has taken a lot of damage, and they've made more progress there. Middle tower more important than getting this bottom lane tower. The other thing is they have an advantage in farm. If you look at the 2 carries, if you look at Terra Incognita at 145, Wolf at 95, that's a pretty big advantage there. Although, what's interesting is that in middle lane, you can see Developed X only has 80 minion kills, while Vlad has 111. But the difference is Developed is 411, while Mayo Akinyor Face is 232. So, hard to say. I think that Developed is actually ahead, even though he has fewer minion kills because he got those 4 champion kills. But a little bit, relatively even, I guess, just because Vlad does have the farming edge with minions. But the difference in the carries, even though Caitlyn is 402, whereas Terra is 012. So I guess that's closer than I thought, too. I guess that's closer than I thought anyway. So relatively even game overall, I guess. You'd have to say it will just depend on who can win these team fights as we start going into the middle portion of the game. Anyway, right now, pushing on this tower here in mid. Seirun Developed X trying to defend this. Let's see. Wolf could probably throw down a few more traps, I guess, right here in mid. I guess we'll see. Good vision over here. Once again, you can see they can see that the ward just went down over at Baron. They'll probably try to get Plasma up there to clear that ward relatively soon. Looks like everybody's just going to hang out in mid right now and look for the right moment to engage. One thing that is to the advantage of the other team is they have some really good initiations. They do have Asher. They do have the Alistar ultimate. You can have Alistar Flash Headbutt or Flash Pulverize. So they do have really good initiations on the other team. Not quite as good on this team. Shinzao can initiate pretty well sometimes. Cloak and this is actually the first time I've ever seen somebody buy Cloak and Dagger. Not a huge fan of that item, but oh well. And they do have Sona ultimate. You can flash in and use Sona ult. But anyway, it looks like we have a team fight coming in here. There's the Ash Arrow going in on Shinzao. Leov taking a lot of damage, and there's the Nocturne ult. Somebody's going to die, and there it is. Shinzao going on. Picked a good time to engage because Plasma Puffball was down here, had to clear bottom lane. So anyway, right now, Seirun diving past the tower. Let's see if he's going to go in on Wolf or not. We'll see. Probably going to push the minions to this tower. There it is. Seirun going to pop his ultimate. Now he can just tank tower shots like a beast. Wolf doing a great job to get out of there, though, with Flash plus Net in order to get out. Develop going in. There's the stun. Are they going to be able to finish off this kill? Yes, they are going to finish off, but Develop going to go down at the tower, so going to trade 1 for 1 there. Anyway, but it looks like the other team is going to get this tower. Now they're going in on Plasma Puffball. He's going to use his ultimate, so in order to freeze them there, don't think they're going to be able to score any more kills. So overall, a nice play for the other team. They went 2 for 1 in kills and took middle lane tower. Could have been worse, though. Plasma's team did a pretty good job to salvage the situation. It could have been a lot worse, as I said. I don't know why Dag Timley didn't just teleport into that fight. He could have burned his teleport and come in. You know, he could have teleported to this tower and then ulted and maybe, you know, cleaned up some kills. So I'm not sure why he didn't do that. Would probably have been more useful than staying up here and farming. As I said, Sunrise and Dag Timley are in this game, despite the fact that they've really done nothing except sit in top lane the entire time. 191 to 187. So they're farming, but other than that, they're not really doing all that much. But anyway, elsewhere in the game, that last play definitely did push the other team a little bit ahead. Even though they're only ahead 1 kill, getting that second tower in mid helps a lot. Means that this inhibitor is pretty exposed. There's only 1 tower defending it. Meanwhile, their middle lane inhibitor still has all 3 towers defending it. So that's a pretty significant advantage. Middle lane, always the easiest one to push in this game. Always the one you have to be most careful to defend. Anyway, in terms of Plasma Puffball's build, you can see he's finished Mercury Treads, which isn't a bad item, never a bad item to build. I generally have preferred to get cooldown boots on Sona just because cooldown is so useful for her skills, and cooldown boots is a very cheap way to build it. Then you can also turn a Philosopher's Stone into Alace's Miracle and get some tenacity instead of just having to get it on Mercury Treads. But it's not a bad item by any means. Magic Resist helpful, tenacity always helpful. But in terms of cooldown, still only has 9%, and that's a little bit low for Sona at this stage of the game. You know, with cooldown boots, that would be up to almost 30%. So, oh well, just a different way, just a different style of building. Anyway, in top lane now, Wolf is up here laning against Sunrise. So looks like Plasma's team is going to maybe make an effort up here in this top tower. Bruce is down here pushing this bottom tower though, and this one's probably going to get down because nobody's down here to prevent it. Yeah, looks like Sarun is going to take this down without any real issue. You can see people coming in, but not going to get there in time. So it looks like this tower is going to go down and going to take another tower, get that global gold benefit. I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen Diagonally teleport at any point in time. I mean, if you're taking teleport in top lane is great. You can use it to then hurry to other parts of the map. But if you're never going to use that teleport, it's not really that useful having it. Maybe he's teleported back to lane at some point in time, but I've never actually seen him use that teleport. Anyway, Dragon is up. They may decide to go make a play for this. The other team doesn't look like they're in position to go and deal with it. Developed was over here. I'm not sure what he was doing. He may have been trying to steal some of the jungle buffs or just hanging out, but no, looks like they're going to go head back and clear this spot, clear middle lane. Meanwhile, Developed over here in over by top lane. Sunrise still here, so it looks like 2-on-2 up here. Again, Plasma's team does have very good map sight. They have the ward here, they have a ward at the entrance of their jungle, so they do have really good vision of the other team. But even with that vision, they have been losing towers, so they're going to need to do something to turn that around soon. They can't. They're sort of being slowly pushed out of this game because they're starting to lose too much map presence as these towers go down. Something they're going to have to keep aware of. Anyway, Developed over here. Developed is going to use his ghost in order to get away, but doesn't look like anything's going to come out of this. Again, Clairvoyance, useful in situations like this. I do think that Plasma could have used CV a lot more often in this game, but looks like we have an engage in here right now. Here's the fight coming in, and right there, a nice Sona ult into a nice flat ult into a nice Sona ult. Looks like they're going to take down Developed. There they go. Going to get the kill there. Ash Arrow coming in. Plasma's going to tank it again, which is nicely done. There's the Jarvan ult. We're finally seeing Jarvan do something in this game, and wow, so many people on one hit. They really need Caitlyn here. Oh, Caitlyn not here. Caitlyn up in top lane. If Caitlyn had been there, they would have cleaned up these kills. But as it is, looks like they're not going to get kills. I mean, Sarun's on one hit. Terror is pretty much on one hit. Sir Bruce almost dead. So many people that are almost dead, but not able to get the kills. So that's a bit of a shame for Plasma's team. Anyway, they can get this tower. If they just all attack the tower and ignore Terror and Sir Bruce, they will get this tower. So they probably should do that. And it looks like they are going to do that, so they're going to score another tower. So only get the one kill, but 2 towers. Going to be a nice result for them there. 2 towers, that really helps to even up the match. They were starting to snowball a little bit too far behind in global gold, but this is going to give them a lot of gold. Each of those towers is worth, I think they're worth between 150 and 200 gold, not 100% sure. Would have been a nice way to take Dragon, but it looks like the other team already did that, so they're going to be able to clear that. Ice Ball doesn't pop that, I guess. Not sure what that's referring to. Oh well, have no idea what that was a reference to. Maybe it was a reference, not a reference to Bansheesville. Oh well. Anyway, right there, Sunrise is going to hit on the Flash Frost, and they're going to get in some harass, but not too much going on. Looks like everybody's going to back off and buy after that last engage. Plasma able to go back to base, and he is going to buy a Kindle Gem, so that will give him some cooldown reduction. But he still hasn't really done anything with this tier. There's not really any purpose in building a tier if you don't plan on turning it into an Archangel staff at some point. So, anyway, not sure. Anyway, looks like a engage coming in here on Wolf's Caitlyn. I can't see what's happening, but I'm assuming that Caitlyn is going to die. And, yeah, there it goes. Assuming as soon as I have vision that Caitlyn's going to die. That was a nice play by the enemy team. When everyone on Plasma's team went back to buy after that push mid, that meant that Caitlyn was all alone top, and they just all went in 5-man dive, and there's nothing you can do against a 5-man dive. So just pick the right moment to go in and dive that top tower when everyone on Plasma's team was back healing at the base. So nicely done. Just getting, again, just when you do your timing pushes matters a lot too, and like I said, they just had the timing pretty much perfect on that one. So Plasma does have more cooldown reduction, does have the 19%. And he does have just an absolute ton of mana regen. So yeah, 47 per 5. So mana is not an issue, but he doesn't have too much ability power. It does look like he has some AP runes. I think that he has either AP per level runes or flat AP. Not 100% sure. So he does have some AP runes, but he hasn't built a single item that adds ability power so far in this game. Anyway, in a little bit of trouble here, but should be okay. Does have his movement boost, and yeah, Dag Timley is right there, so it looks like he's going to be okay. Did clear that ward at Baron from the enemy team. Anyway, with that top tower and top down, that does open up a little bit more of the map for the other team. This red buff is now pretty exposed, pretty open to them with both mid and top tower down. Let me try to look at the item builds quickly while we have a moment here. You can see, let's see, Vlad has Death Cap, has his Hex Tech, looks like he's building Rylai. Looks pretty solid there. Does have some very nice farm, 173. Pretty good stuff there coming in from their Vladimir player. Let's see, in terms of the rest of the team, Caitlyn has double Dorans, has a Bloodthirster, and a BF Sword. So pretty strong. Doesn't have any attack speed items, though. So Caitlyn doing a ton of damage, but isn't going to attack all that fast. Yeah, 217 damage, but still under 1 attack per second. So do they have anyone on their team who can speed her up? No attack speed boost on their team. So maybe might want to build attack speed before that second BF Sword, but that's a personal preference. Anyway, Jarvan, 001, but he does have a ton of farm. Trinity Force, Banshee's Veil, Mercury Treads, Philosopher's Stone, and a Regrowth Pendant. So he is pretty tanky and has a lot of farm. Yeah, he's also already 18. Already 18, so that's pretty good there. So yeah, Jarvan is going to be pretty strong just because he got so much farm from sitting in top lane. Shinzao 1-5, not doing that great. Does have his Wriggles. Boots of Swiftness, a little strange on Shinzao. Usually you see Berserker Greaves or Merc Treads, one or the other. He doesn't need Merc Treads because he has Cloak and Dagger. Again, I've never actually seen anyone build this item, so I really don't know anything about it other than the fact that it gives the tenacity bonus. Then looks like he's building a Banshee's Veil. So okay, a decent build, I suppose. And then we can see Plasma Puff's build, which we've been focusing on. So 008 has assisted on 8 of the 9 kills, so has been in the right place at the right time, it looks like. Anyway, hopefully we're going to see another engagement soon. I would expect the next fight to be over Baron. Plasma Puffball's team does have great vision on Baron. They can clear wards there with Plasma's Oracle, so that's probably the next place to pick a fight. We'll see if they decide to fight. Looks like there's going to be a big 5v5 fight soon, I would think. I would hope so, and people aren't just running around the map. It would be a little bit more exciting. So if we get a fight here, this will be pretty big in terms of deciding. Anyway, Shinzao going in, they're engaging, but Serune's probably not the one they want to focus on here. But anyway, there we go. Jarvan going to go in. Are we going to see the beginning of an engage? Yep, there's a nice Anivia wall blocking off most of the team, but going to trap much of the team in that Anivia ult. Sona going to ult, going to hit a lot of the team right there, going after Sunrise, doing a lot of damage, but he is going to be reborn. And right now, Shinzao taking a lot of damage. Terra's positioning is perfect in the back, right where he should be. So people are starting to go down on Plasma's team. Anyway, they are going to take down Serune right there. Can they manage to finish off Dag Timley? Don't know if they can. Anyway, Vlad is kind of caught between the back of the team, but no, gonna use that Sonic Q, gonna finish off Cerberus. There goes Vladimir. So let's try to take stock. 2 for 3. Enemy team coming out a little bit ahead. I think the difference in that fight was Sunrise's Anivia, his egg form was up, so he was reborn. Otherwise, he would have died very early in that fight, but he was able to be reborn. And then Terra Incognita had really good positioning in that fight. You can see they were able to dive and take out Wolf's Caitlyn. I believe that the Nocturne ult from Cerberus went after Caitlyn. Not 100% sure, but I think that's what happened. Meanwhile, Terra Incognita able to stay in the back. Very, very strong with Infinity Edge, Berserker Greaves, and Phantom Dancer. So not strong enough to Baron off that, but the other team is going to take the Dragon off of that. So going to gain a little bit more global gold. So that, even though not a decisive team fight, other team did come out a little bit ahead there in the end. So the other team did come out ahead, but still very much anyone's game at this point. 13 to 11 in kills, and other team is a bit ahead in global gold, but not enormously so. So interesting fight, but in the end, rather inconclusive. Nobody was able to push through and get an inhibitor, get one of these base towers. You can see both mid towers pretty exposed, just the one tower there. So if anyone decisively wins a team fight, then inhibs are going to go down. Baron also still up for the taking. So really, like I said, still anyone's game. All it takes is one good fight for Plasma Puffball's team to come out on top. Anyway, Plasma going to build Soul Shroud. A pretty good item to build on Sona. I don't like Soul Shroud as much now as I used to because it only has the 10% cooldown reduction. It used to be 15% that it gave to the team. So still a good item to build on Sona, and is going to add a little bit more cooldown reduction. Anyway, right there, engaging on Serum, going to trap him in Jarvan ult, but he is Alistar, so he's not going to take that much damage. Now they're diving after Sunrise and Serune. Ash Arrow coming in, but now it's going to be counter-ganked, and Plasma is still not here. You can see still not in this fight, so this might end up going pretty badly. You can see Terror is here, Cerberus is here, all 5 members of the enemy team are here, and now they're going to start counter-ganking this, and there's those Ash Frost Arrows slowing Vladimir. Is Vlad going to be able to finish off someone? No, not going to be able to finish off a kill, so that is going to be one kill there. Now Wolf is being engaged on, and Developed is going to take him down, so that's 2-0 in kills. And will now develop taking a lot of damage. You can see the rest of the team engaging on him. But overall, this fight did not go well for Plasma's team. They got in a good fight initially, but then the fact that I think the difference was Plasma was not there. He was back buying. If I were the other team, now if I were playing with my friends here, I would say go do Baron right now. They just scored 2 picks. I don't think it's the right play to go in at this tower. Nice ult coming in from Plasma, but it doesn't do any damage because he doesn't have any ability power. And they are going to score a kill on Dag Timley there. So now with 3 dead, they can push this tower at their will. So they're not going to be able to save this tower. They can put up a fight, but not going to be able to take this. Not 2 against 5. You can't hold this tower. But again, I think the stronger play is going to do Baron. I really do. I mean, the tower is nice and all, but grabbing that Baron would really put them ahead for the next few minutes. So, oh well. We'll see what this team decides to do. If I were on the team, I would call for Baron right now. But looks like they're going to go for the tower. Leov diving into the enemy team, but it's a 1-on-5, and he's going to go down very, very quickly. So, very brave play, but in that situation, just giving up the tower would have been smarter, because now it's going to be... Yeah, now he's going to be dead for the next 45 seconds, and that's going to hurt his team. So maybe now the other team will make the play to go for Baron. They are going to steal this red buff here, it looks like. I can't really come out to challenge this against the full team. Yeah, Wolf probably should just back out of this. There's no tower here to protect him. No tower over here either, so really anything outside the base is pretty risky. Anyway, it also would be a nice time for Clairvoyance, but I see it's on cooldown, so nothing that Plasma Puffball can do. Anyway, Plasma has done a really nice job of buying wards. He's consistently had a whole bunch of wards for the team, and he's managed to keep this Oracle up for pretty much the whole game. So he's done a good job of staying alive, staying in the back, keeping the map warded, but unfortunately just hasn't worked out. Haven't been able to win these team fights, unfortunately. Just a little bit off in their communication as a team, because they've been going into these team fights with one person missing consistently. Been a lot of 5v4 team fights, unfortunately. And so that has been responsible, I think, for the fact that they've come out behind. Now the other team has just started this, started to snowball a little bit, maybe a little bit in front. So going to be tough to win at this point. They really need to score a pick on somebody, catching someone out of position, scoring a kill or 2, and then turn that into a Baron. I mean, they can still get back into the game if they do that. Oh, like right there, spotted somebody on the enemy team. I think that was Alistar there. If they could have engaged and gotten a kill or something, then maybe that could spin around the game. But just need to look for a play like that, need to try to make that happen. In terms of the enemy team's build, you can see Developed has gotten super tanky with Trinity Force and Randuin's and Spirit Visage, in addition to those Philosopher's Stones. Sarun, his mobility boots, Aegis the Legion, double Philosopher's Stone, and Frozen Heart, so also very, very tanky. Then the rest of the team's building damage. Sunrise has the Archangel Staff, Death Cap, Sorcerer's Shoes, the Elasis Miracle Tenacity item. And then Terror has Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer, Berserker's Greaves, BF Sword, and Wriggles is a little weird. You don't often see Wriggles on Ashe, but also quite strong. Anyway, killing the ward at Baron, but right there is the Hawk Shot, so they're going to be able to see where the enemy team is. Looks like we're going to have a big-time Baron fight over here in the near future. So I would expect, if they fight over here, that the team that wins will probably take Baron and then go on to win the game. I guess we'll see. The Plasma's team does have the advantage of vision, thanks to these wards they've been throwing down, thanks to the oracles. I don't think anyone on the other team has an oracle, so they aren't able to clear these wards. Uh-oh, this is bad. This is trouble, though. Caitlyn getting called out of position, Wolf going down, and that is real trouble, because now that means the enemy team can go and take Baron. And that, yeah, they're going to make the right play. See, they scored the pick. They're going to go for Baron. Terror is just doing insane damage right now as Ashe, and I don't think they're going to be able to steal this. Maybe they can try. Do they have any skills that can go for a steal? Not really, because Caitlyn's dead. And yeah, look how fast Baron went down. So that was a really key play, having Caitlyn get picked like that and then turned into a Baron. Not what you want to see. So that was a very bad sign. And now all they can really do is just go back and try to play defense for the next 4 minutes until that Baron is up, because they certainly can't go and fight out in the open field. Anyway, Plasma over here, I don't know what Plasma is doing. You probably just need to go back and defend the base at this point. Okay, he's walking forward just to recall back to base. Again, a little, not 100% sure what that was about, but looks like the other team is going to push bottom lane. Looks like that's where they're going to head. You can see all of them over here. Nice clairvoyance just to see the enemy team, be able to spot where they're going. But I think that they just have to concede this tower. If they try to fight over this tower, then Plasma's team is going to lose, and then they're going to lose in Hib. So really, I would just back off, give up this tower, and then fight at the base tower. because it's just a stronger defensive point. That's what I would suggest doing. Anyway, tower is going down, and oh, this is even worse. You don't want to engage after the tower is down. This is really bad. Ash Arrow coming in. Nice Sona ult. Are they going to be able to get back to the safety of their tower? No, Vlad going in into the middle of the team. This is not where you want to fight. No tower to really help out. And you can see people are just starting to go down there. Shin's going down. Let's see, Dag Timley taking a lot of damage. Now going in and engaging on Wolf. Developed is behind the team. There comes the Nocturne ult. Wolf is going to flash. Can he get away from this? There's the net on 40 HP. Yes, is going to make it back to the fountain. So maybe that will help out. They are going to be able to keep Caitlyn alive. If it were just Sona, the game would probably just be over here. But with Caitlyn alive, they may be able to at least keep the game going a little bit longer. Probably should just take down this inhibitor right here. And, oh, going to catch Caitlyn on that Flash Rust. Nice job there. But the inhibitor is going to go down, and now they can probably just tank this tower here. Get down a second inhib. Yep, Sirun just going to tank this tower. He is Alistar. He's got, he's going to be able to heal up on this. Oh, another Flash Rust catching out Wolf. Can they finish this off? Nope. Sony heals plus net, going to be able to get out of there. But this second inhib is going to go down as well. The rest of the team is going to revive, so I don't know if they're going to be able to get that third tower, but 2 inhibs down is going to create a massive hill for Plasma Puffball's team to try to climb up, and they're now really behind in this match. So again, making the right play, not trying to dive these Nexus towers, just get the 2 inhibs, get out, go back, heal up, use the gold you just got, turn it into more items, and then when super minions push into the base, you can come back and try to finish off the game. So that's the right play to make in this situation, and it looks like the enemy team is going to do that. Oh, what's this? Jarvan? No? What's Sunrise referring to here? I have no idea what he's talking about. Oh, we were identical in KDA all game. So let's see. Jarvan 022, Sunrise 006. Oh, I guess they were both 00 for the longest time, but no longer. What a shame. I know, sadness. Okay. Anyway, Plasma has picked up another Kindle Gem. Interesting. So he does have a lot of cooldown reduction, but again, he hasn't turned the tier into anything. And again, there's not really any purpose in buying a tier if you're not planning to turn it into Archangel Staff later on. Otherwise, you should just buy Philosopher. If you just want the mana regen, you should buy Philosopher's Stones. The Philosopher's Stone is superior for mana regen because it also gives you health regen and it gives you the gold per 5 benefit. If the tier, I feel like the tier really hasn't been a good item in this game. So anyway, I mean, again, not the worst thing in the world, but if you build the cooldown boots and then build one of those Philosopher's Stones into a Lasis Miracle, you can get the same amount of cooldown and then you can build some ability power. So again, many ways to build these champions. I'm not trying to suggest that I have the perfect Sona build or anything, but I do think that you could come up with maybe a little bit stronger way to build this champ. Just because all the AP has come from AP per level items and still doesn't have anything that actually adds AP. And we are getting into a bit of kind of into the late game. Anyway, Vlad in a little bit of trouble here, but he's going to use his pool. Can he get out of this? Is there anyone around Sir Bruce? Or is he the only one here? Looks like he's the only one here. So Vlad is going to slip back to the base. But really, at this point in time, all that the other team really needs to do is just push the super minions into the base, take down this last inhibitor, and then with all the super minions in the base, they can take down the 2 Nexus turrets and then the Nexus. So really just went back to base, try to check their items once they show up on the screen. Really want to see how much farm that Terra Incognita's Ashe has. He should be really strong. Probably going to go top lane because I don't see them here. Let's see, Sirun has picked up a needlessly large rod. That's pretty funny. Developed that X has triple pots and has added a Guardian Angel. Terror has picked up a Black Cleaver, so yeah, doing a lot of damage. Anyway, this is going into engage here. Oh, nice job by Sirun's Alistar, repositioning Wolf, just throwing him back into the middle of the team. Sona ult coming in, but I don't think it's going to be enough. This is a very nicely placed wall from Sunrise. Anyway, over here, they tried to engage on Terror, but he was able to flash out. Wow, down to 170 HP, so they were able to do a lot of damage to him, but he's going to stay alive. Can Vlad manage to get this kill on Ashe? He is chasing, but Developed is going in, Develop's engaging. Now Sunrise is going in and fighting, and nope, not going to work out. So just not enough, just too far behind. And, oh, actually he did get Sunrise, but Sunrise did have his egg up. And nothing's more frustrating than when you finally manage to kill Anivia, and she just gets reborn instantly due to her passive. So, oh well, that's a shame. Terror, super damage, but maybe instead of Black Cleaver, he should have built, like, a Banshee's Veil or something, so that he wouldn't just melt instantly the first time he takes damage. Anyway, just a personal preference, but this looks like it is going to be the end of the game. Going to finish this off here. So that's going to be GG. Nice game, guys. A very entertaining game. So Plasma, thanks for sending this one to me. It was a nice game back and forth, and it's nice to see some of the people I know from sort of another team's perspective. Here's the final screenshot from the game, giving you the KDA and the item builds for each person. I think it was a well-played game overall. The other team just was able to play a little bit more effectively together as a team. They were able to use the Alistar Roam effectively to get kills a number of times. I know I saw Serun go and get a couple kills against Mayoa Kinyourface, the Vlad player, in middle lane a number of times. They were able to, the same thing I showed in the previous video I put up on my channel, the jungler plus the roamer coming in, turning a lane into a 3v1, and then being able to score a kill off that. It takes some practice, takes some coordination to do that, but if you can, it can be very effective. Felt like Plasma's team was just a little bit behind the whole game trying to catch up. They had some nice fights at times. They were able to win the one fight in mid where they took the two towers in middle lane, the initial outer tower and then the middle tower, but just weren't able to turn that into a dominant position. And then the other key play was, unfortunately, Wolf getting caught out by the enemy team, turning into a Baron for the other team, and then with Baron, they were able to push over a couple towers in the base, and at that point, they were just too far behind. But overall, it was a well-played game. This was a pretty high level of play from each team. I mean, don't get me wrong, everybody's not like super pro or anything, but not dumb mistakes, not stupid stuff coming in. Just a nice game on both sides. And I appreciated how polite everybody was too. No raging or griefing or anything like that. So once again, thanks for sending me the game, Plasma. Glad that you're able to send this to me. I'm sorry that you guys lost it. Sorry you came out on the losing end. But it was an entertaining game, and it was definitely worth casting, so thanks for that. Anyway, this video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, guys. Just in response to one or two things some people have asked, just because I'm live streaming now, I am not going to stop doing YouTube videos. They come out every 2 to 3 days. I've been doing it for almost 9 months now, and the schedule has not really changed at all in that point in time, so nothing's expected to change on the YouTube end of things. Just something else for you to watch when I'm playing League of Legends. So anyway, thanks again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see everybody later.